But I think when you look at the stats coming in, I think it'll be obvious that, wow, look what Reform done at the local elections.
They are a real threat now.
Yeah. There's a whole sway of people out there who could come on side with Reform UK. If they stopped attacking someone that there's no need to attack.
Good. Number 3.
At the local elections in May, the winner will be Reform UK. That doesn't mean they're going to win all the seats. It doesn't mean they're going to take over all the councils. What I mean by that is from the 15, 16, 17 councillors they've got at the moment, they're going to go into thousands. Labour's going to be decimated, and Tories will either stay the same, but I would imagine Tories will be slightly under what they've got now. Tories won't be decimated again. They've had their punishment beating at the general election. People are beginning to forget about the Tories now and punishing them because Labour need punishing. But I think when you look at the stats coming in, I think it'll be obvious that, wow, look what Reform done at the local elections.
They are a real threat now.
Yeah. If I'm completely wrong on that and they don't do anything, that's the end of Reform UK.
I think you're right. I think if they don't do it in these elections, that's the end of Reform.
That's the end. They've got to build momentum, and if they fizzled out by May, that's the end of them.
And they've been dealt a blow today with Musk. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely a slap in the face.
It's a slap in the face.
It's not mortal, I agree. It's not a mortal wound.
It's not mortal at all. I think it's an insult. If Reform and Farage play this right, that could have been a bonus. So if Farage now can change his tune a little bit and stop attacking Tommy Robinson and stop attacking people who support Tommy Robinson. I'm not saying Tommy Robinson should join Reform UK. That's a different discussion altogether. But this constant demonising Tommy Robinson and his supporters, like when Richard Tice came out and said Tommy Robinson and his ilk.
There's no need for it.
You're criticising people who want to vote for you. And there need to be a party for all patriots in the country. And the way to answer this for Nigel Farage is Reform UK have a rule book, and in that rule book it says no one who's a member of the EDL or BNP can ever join the party. Former member can ever join. Tommy Robinson was a member, so the rule book says he can't join.
He founded it, didn't he?
Yeah, so he can't join.
I think that's the point, because when he says Tommy Robinson and his ilk, and I hadn't heard that, by the way, but that's including me.
Yes.
Who's a potential Reform voter. You know what I mean? Because
it annoys me, and I don't class myself as a Tommy Robinson supporter. He's done a lot of good work, but he's also extremely flawed. But when I see him, what it reminds me of is a mainstream politician. So when Reform UK is saying those things, I'm thinking you sound just like the Lib Dems, the Tories, and the Greens and Labour. You're making me think you're no different from them.
You're heading back to the Uni Party, aren't you? And they need. Ben Habib was saying it today. There needs to be a 180 shift from these crappy paths, the Uni Party, which is Labour and Tory. It needs to be a 180 shift, and part of that is being intelligent about Tommy Robinson. Yeah, he is a flawed character, but he's also, I believe, he's a British hero. He's a political prisoner. I mean, we talk about the grooming gangs being exposed now. He's been going on about that for decades, saying it's been happening. Nobody's believed him. He's been called a racist, and he's carried on because he believes it's the right thing to do for the British people. And today he's been vindicated right now, because we're now finding out the scale of this horrendous grooming, which we talked about in our previous episode. And he is flawed. But Nick, I think you always say to me, a lot of our heroes are flawed, aren't they?
They are all flawed. Because none of us are gods. None of us are the people we wish we were. We're always an inferior version of the person we could be, because we don't spend enough time trying to improve ourselves, because life gets in the way. We're all flawed.
And examples of that, for example, one that springs to my mind immediately, Martin Luther King. A very handsome, good-looking guy. Great leader, whatever it might be. Apparently he was a prolific adulterer. You probably didn't know that.
I did know that. Prolific adulterer. Then look at some of the others. Nelson Mandela, convicted terrorist.
Yes.
He went to jail for trying to blow up an electric generator somewhere. He planted many bombs. He talks about planting bombs. His ANC were killing people. They were a terrorist organisation. That's why he went to jail for terrorism. Turns into a great leader, a world statesman. Gandhi, sent to jail many times by the British for breaking the law.
Pederast.
Pardon?
Pederast.
Pederast. What's pederast?
Gandhi. Somebody who likes small children, young children.
I thought it was a paedophile.
Well, it's a kind of version of that.
Is it? Yeah. But there's rumours about that. I'm not sure
Yes.
if all that's true or not. I
No,
don't know.
I think it's true. He did have a... Well, I think he used to sleep with his niece.
Yeah, so there's... Yeah, so a flawed
Allegedly,
character,
just
yeah,
to control his...
Yeah.
It's all a bit...
Exactly. So
Yeah.
these people are flawed characters. For that,
Che Guevara.
Che Guevara.
In fact, where's his picture, Nick? Because I know you're a big fan of Che. So...
Che Guevara is not a hero. But...
Where's the picture gone? Oh my! I don't know if the viewers can see that.
No, they can't see that low down. I put them there 'cause I'm sick of people calling me a socialist.
If you could turn up for the next episode wearing a beret
Yeah.
and a moustache, Nick, I think that would just prove your affiliate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
He's
I
not
could
a
be
hero.
Che
No, he's
Guevara
not.
by being racist and shooting dead homosexuals. So that's what he did. But Farage needs to take a leaf out of Trump's book, which is stop trying to be the man mainstream media want you to be. Stop playing their game, because that's what this is about. That's why they keep attacking Tommy Robinson, because the mainstream media will say, oh, you don't attack Tommy Robinson, you're the racist like we said you were. He should come out and spit in their face and laugh in their face and go, Tommy Robinson is a flawed man, but I tell you what, he's done more to expose a grooming gang scandal than anybody else, and for that one thing I admire him.
Yes.
But everything else, lots of other things I disagree with.
Yeah.
But for one thing I think he's done who can disagree with that? Because he did do that.
Yeah. So he keeps Tommy Robinson's supporters on side.
Yes.
And he keeps Tommy Robinson out of the party, which is fine.
Yeah, but at the moment, what he does is keep Tommy Robinson out of the party and spit in the face of people who think Tommy Robinson's done
because
a good
that
job.
sort of commentary, like Tommy Robinson is ill right wing, but that is exactly what the bloody Uni Party do all the time, isn't
And that's
it?
exactly what they say about Farage.
Yes, correct.
So Farage should know the lies, because he's a racist and everything else they accuse him of.
Yeah.
He should say to them, what do you mean racist? He's not a racist. If anything, you're the racist.
Can't you have a word in Nigel?
I need to.
Can you email him? Because you know you've got his email and his phone number, haven't you?
I have. He don't reply to me anymore.
Have you got his phone? You can text him.
I don't think I have, no.
Just WhatsApp him.
But he's got a lot.
I would write. He would,
I just hope the Mustang takes him down a path to reevaluate what he's doing.
Reflect on it.
What am I doing, Gabe? And he needs to be brave. He needs to take chances, and he needs to look at Trump. Trump didn't kowtow to the press. He laughed in their faces, and every time they attacked him, he became more popular. That's exactly what Farage should do,
Yeah.
but the English version of that.
Yeah, but what he needs to understand, and Nigel, if you're watching this, and I'm sure you are an avid watcher of the Mayor and I, if you're watching this, the British people no longer respect the mainstream media. They don't respect the papers, they don't respect the BBC. Nobody watches this crap anymore or believes a single word of it. So if you lay into them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And 40% of the population don't even vote. You could win the general election just on the people who don't vote, and the majority of them are Tommy Robinson supporters. The majority of them don't want the status quo, don't want the mainstream media telling them who they are and what to do. There's a whole sway of people out there who could come on side with Reform UK if they stopped attacking someone that there's no need to attack.
And it's raised the ire of Musk as well, hasn't it?
Yes.